Hey there everyone, welcome back to the channel. Jackie here with another card making video, and today I have 30 Hunkydory cards to show you. So I'm just going to get straight into it, and there's one thing I wanted to do first. Okay, so I've got more. I found these and I've got a lot more, but I haven't got them out. These sheets in my stash, and I also then went online and ordered some more for this year. These are last year's. So either I had this with no card on it, or I had this with a piece of card on the back, and I would use this in conjunction with this. So this is actually, I had this little topper left, I had this little frame left, so I added a red star frame onto the front. I added a black frame, no, it's not a frame, a black stitch circle die onto the back. I popped this up. I then added another red to match my stars in this pattern. I had this bit of card left, and I added the foil, the red foil mat. This is a 5x5 card, and I put on a Be Merry from my stash. Number 1. These ones are 4 1/8 by 5 3/4. So the foil card and this came from my stash. There were these two toppers. I have used one of the strips to go horizontally across. I've done 2 of them. Then I staggered my 2 toppers just about a 1/4 inch for a bit of definition, and then I added some green snowflakes with some green gems. So this was just a little topper that I had. So I got out these stitched rectangle dies, and I did a white one and a black one. This little topper is actually popped up on 1mm foam tape, and then the black is popped up on 2mm foam tape. I added a strip down the side, then 3 white snowflakes and my red gems, and the cardstock and the paper are from my stash. So this little topper here I popped up on this white leafy frame. Then I popped it up on my card beat, my paper and my mat are from my stash. This is popped up on 2mm foam tape. Then I added my little sentiment along the front, wishing you both a happy, marvellous Christmas. And the sentiments you see, unless I tell you differently, are from the papers. So this and this were my stash. This is a big die that I had. I cut it out and embossed it, and then I stuck it on my paper with 1mm. I then popped my oval topper up on 2mm and added my little sentiment off to the left. And the last 4 1/8 by 5 3/4 was this one. So I had this little topper and this piece of card left from one of the kits. So once again I added the blue star frame. Then I added a white frame. Now this here is on 1mm foam tape. The white frame is flat against the blue snowflake and the gold mat, and then the gold mat is on 2mm foam tape, and I cut out a Happy Christmas and layered it twice. So we're going on to 6x6 now. So this and these two were all one topper. I have this die set in my stash, so I cut out a white one, put the topper on flat, then I popped it up on 2mm foam tape and put the frames flat onto the next size of die and popped it up and added the little Happy Christmas to the right, and the paper and the cardstock are from my stash. This one's pretty. They're all pretty. I could sit and look at them all day. So 6x6, paper the same size, 6x6. I have this big snowflake die that I cut out, popped it up on 1mm foam tape, then popped my topper on top with 2mm foam tape, and I have a Happy Christmas just on 1mm. This is a funky one. This paper and cardstock's from my stash. I cut this out with a circle frame. This was a different shape. And then I added a silver stitched layer behind it, and then added the black frame. The strip went down the left hand side, and We Wish You a Merry Christmas was finished. So this is a 6x6 again. They're all, until I tell you differently, they're 6x6. So basically you got these three pieces. So what I did was, because it was big enough, I just put it on the card base, and I put it on with the outer frame with 1mm foam tape. Then I put the next frame flat down onto the card. Then I put the topper on 2mm foam tape and added Party Till the Cows Come Home. So a bit of foil card from my stash. What I did was cut out, this and this is all one, but I cut out a snowflake edge die and stuck it on top, and then I just added these three little accents and some silver gems in the snowflakes. This one's funky. So I put paper foil from my stash, and then I put the strip down the left hand side in two places. So this and these two frames were all one. So once again I cut a mat for the top one, put it on flat. I cut a mat for that one, put it on flat. The white is flat to the card base, and this one is popped up on 2mm foam tape and the 2mm to finish it. And the last 6x6 is just cute. So paper and foil card from my stash. This and this is all one, and I popped on a little snowflake frame onto it. I've popped it up on 1mm foam tape, and then the bottom one is on 2mm foam tape. I added a little warmest wishes, a little white bow and some red gems. Now we're on to 5x7. So this was a decoupage. It was actually one piece of decoupage and I've made two from it. So the paper and the foil card from my stash, as is the ribbon and the bow. I added my little decoupage topper and then I added this little let it snow. The snowman was holding a robin and I put it on the same position. And then this is the other piece of decoupage that I created. And I had this paper in my stash and the little bird here just made me want to put that on as if the little bird was joining in the scene. And I added a season's greetings in silver from my stash. Another gnomey one. Gnome, no matter what, I hope your Christmas is magic. So this paper just had the same colour tones in it, so I used it with the gold. I actually put the topper flat and then I put 2mm foam tape on the two frames and put them up, and then I put this one on 1mm foam tape and I added 3 snowflakes and 3 stars, and that stars moved. We'll fix it later. And most of these are finished off on the inside as well. I do try to finish them all on the inside as well, and I have gold ones, have gotten these gold stickers that I found a pack of. So this and this is all one topper. I cut this out of the topper with this die shape. Then I cut the green mat from this mat and added it into the topper. And then put this up on 1mm foam tape on top of that and put that on 1mm foam tape too. And added my May Your Days Be Merry and Bright and some silver and green gems. There's some lovely ones like. So this is all one topper, 2 frames and the topper. Okay. I added 2 strips together down the left hand side of my paper. My frame is popped up on 1mm foam tape, and then I added this die shape flat onto the 2 frames and popped up the topper with 1mm foam tape. And this little sending seasonal greetings is on 1mm foam tape. So this little robin one, these are still 5x7. I put this flat and popped these 2 up on 2mm. And it's big enough. I added a little strip down the left hand side and the Merry Christmas along the bottom. Quick and simple. So this one came with the card. So this is a piece of the card. And I have put my little topper on flat and popped up the frames and popped up the You're a Special Friend. So this paper comes from my stash. And I have this die that cuts out these shapes these rainbow kind of shapes, and I cut one out of the background, the mat, and stuck it on the topper, put that up on 2mm, put this one down flat. I actually added a piece of ribbon down the left hand side and my sentiment at the bottom, and then I added a little bow from my stash. This one is cute, cute, cute. Paper and foil card from my stash. Okay, so the outer frame is on 1mm, the inner frame is flat, and the topper is on 1mm. I added 3 purple snowflakes and my little let it snow at the bottom. My pile's going to fall over in a minute. So this one is cute too, the little Scotty dog. Anyway, my frames are on 1mm, my topper's on 2mm, my Have a Possum Christmas is on 2mm, the paper is from my stash, snowflakes and gems to finish it off. And the last 5x7 is paper from my stash, and once again the outer one's on 1mm, the inner one's flat, and the middle one's on 1mm. And then these here are on 1mm at the bottom at each side. They make quick and impactful cards. Now these last 6 are all slimline, which is 4x8 1/4 in the UK. So this is the edge of the piece of paper. I've cut it out, added a foil mat behind it. I've added glitter onto his little hat, pom-pom and cuffs, and that Let It Snow is doubled up twice. This was a piece of paper I had left over, as was this frame. So I used a green glitter mat. I cut out a wonky stitch circle die and added my frame on top. Then I added Joy to the World, and it's also on 1mm foam tape. And then I scattered little red stars all about the base. So you can use the things you've got left over, and you don't have to use them all on the same card. So this was this one, yes, this one. This was a big long one, okay, and this was a piece that I had left over. I created this one first, okay, and it's simply on some purple card to match the purple, and then a Merry and Bright is added on, and then this was on here like this. So this bit I had left over, so I cut it to my mat to fit it, and I gave it a wider frame so that I could use it. And my Bah Humbug is on glitter card, and it has been layered up. Another edge piece. This has the Bah Humbug layered up and some green snowflakes to finish. And then the final one is an edge piece, and all I have done is put it on gold foil card, layered up a season's greeting in gold and added it on, and I have a gorgeous slimline card. So there we go, 30 Hunkydory cards, all ready to be sent to the charity shop and the local residence home. So thanks for stopping by. I hope you liked it. Please remember to thumbs up, etc. I hope you're all safe, well, and having a great day. And until the next time, bye.